Hi, Noor. Kelly, how are you? Very welcome to join us this evening. And we're going to have a lovely evening with your family and friends and spirit. Gillian, hello. Sarah. Okay. We'll start in a few moments when we get a few people join us. Victoria and Regan. I'll just say a few words about how things can change our lives very quickly. Regan, we'll let spirit and see what spirit does for you, Regan, in a little while. When I came home this evening, we had a car on fire across the way from me, and it has unsettled me a little bit. Hello, Melissa from Canada. And I just have to calm down and get myself back in my driving seat. Okay, it's best if I don't hear or you don't tell me too much. It's my job to get the word from spirit to you. Okay, let's roll. I have a lady here, and I'm just going to see. Noah, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Believe it or not, with the Irish names, I even can't pronounce them properly, some of them. Noah, I have a lady that's joining me, and I feel drawn to you at the moment. The lady is very much a country lady who would love the countryside. I have her that she has a lot of congestion around the chest, because I feel her breathing is laboured. I also feel with her that towards the end she lost a lot of weight. I see her with flowers. She loved flowers outdoors. I also see her with she loves children, small children. There's around her. She's showing me. I'm also talking about when she was ill. There was a question mark over her illness, that things wasn't clear. It wasn't clear that there was different symptoms. That's what I'm getting, and it was a question mark on what course of treatment. If you get back to me, if you just confirm, Nora, it would be lovely, because then that helps build the energy. I also feel she's talking about you at the moment. She's talking about the times that you're aware of her presence. You're aware of her, very definitely her aroma, her scent. You can feel that. I feel that power comes in through the essence of love that you have for this lady. And I really want to put my arms around you, because she would do that. She had no problem showing her affection to you, more so in her later years than when she was younger, because I just feel she actually grew into that love. Lovely. I'm just getting that whole sense of congestion around here. She has a really funny side to her. Was there? I know I'm not supposed to ask questions, but anyway, that's me. There's something about dancing. There's something about. I have to say this right now. Something happened in her, some of her clothes, her top, while she was dancing. And you understand that, because she's laughing here. And I feel she had a good hearty laugh. I'm hearing her in the background. I'm hearing that some high pitch high-pitched laugh. I also, lovely. Because I really want to say that with this lady, she says, just because she's in spirit doesn't mean she's not helping you the same as she would have when she was here. There has been a time over the last 3 months where you need that sense of connectedness with her. She also says that going back in your heartbreak. Now, she's just saying it in that way. She's not saying, she's not giving me an insight into that, but she says your heartbreak. And I don't feel that's about her. It's separate from her. There's tulips. She's showing me tulips. Now, when Spirit gives me tulips, there is one meaning within that. And that his tulips comes in all different colours. It's like the colours of the chakras. And that says to me that they're the symbol of healing, the symbol of being, she refers to that heartbreak and heartache. And this is the reason she's bringing in those beautiful, beautiful colours of the tulips. There's also something about a hairband. She's laughing at me. There has to be something about the dancing, because she's really, it's as if she says, I'm going to dance around you. So there's a fun part of her about the dancing. There's also, she's talking about a grandchild that bears her name, that is very much like her character, her personality. There's also, she's bringing in the month of June. She's also bringing in July and August. So the 3 summer months are very significant. And she says there is a lot happening, a lot of change happening, and we don't predict. That's not our role. Spirit comes in about healing. But sometimes knowing that there's fun and laughter coming into your life is a healing in itself. So she's talking about in the summertime, there has been times where there has been sadness, but look at the joy, look at the happiness that comes with the summer as well. Okay, I just feel at the moment that she needs to say to you that just know when to say no. That's her message to you. Be aware of the need for you to stand back, and she's serious here now. She's not kidding around on this one. And that's the message that she wants you to, and that's where all of the healing is coming in, because of the feeling of guilt that you have if you say no. That guilt is lost, really, because it's loss of energy. So just be aware that you have that power within you to know when it's right to say no. Okay, I'll leave you with her love, Nor. And it was an absolute joy working with your Nan. An absolute joy. Hi, Sarah, Cindy, Alison, and Sam. Okay, can I go back to Cindy, please? Okay, Cindy, there's a young man here, and okay, we'll catch up on that message after. There's a young man here, Cindy, and I feel this young man chose his time to go to Spirit. Everything is about time, and which is very difficult to understand from our perspective. But Spirit is spirit has its own way of knowing when the time is right. You would understand this young man being very talented and gifted, also very sensitive. And I feel with him that there would have been, he was able to ignore some of what was happening within himself, but that was the difficulty he had to actually completely understand and ask for help. I feel with him, he had a lovely, lovely singing voice. He really had. He could sing, and okay, he's saying here, say about the singing. He could also chant. So there, with this young man, he actually was very aware of his own spirit, because I'm feeling him chanting, and maybe to everyone else they wouldn't be aware of that's what was happening, but he was able to go in and go into that depth of energy within him, in his spirit. I feel with him that there was a love of everything musical, everything that he would sit and listen to the music, and that vibration of music would, no matter whether it was rock, whether it was serenades, it made no difference. Maggie says I wouldn't listen to serenades, so don't be taking me down the wrong road. He has that lovely. He would be known for his bubbly energy, but within that bubbly energy, he just that would be him. I just don't. He really. He's here, and you would understand this young man being related but not close related. I'm feeling. I'll tell you what. The way I'm feeling is that he would be as a cousin or an in-law. I feel a step away from me, and that's the feeling I'm getting from the energy, how close the energy is getting to me. I feel too with him. There's 10 close family members. Now, 10 is a very large family, but I feel it's not all brothers and sisters. I think it also could be cousins. But he's saying about 10. He also talks about writing and you doing writing. He's saying that, I look on the screen here and I see very sad and lost, but lovely human. The word that came out of that sentence was lost. And within that, about you doing writing. So it's the feeling that I'm getting there is that you're lost to your writing. He says, sit down and write. Right, okay, one of 10 siblings. That's what he said about, that's an Irish family. I have 8, but 10 we would say is a good Irish family. We have, it's just like he's coming back with that lost, but it's not in the sense that you wrote it. It's the sense that he wants you to express yourself in words. Okay, and feel his presence with you when you're writing. Just ask him for help. Because you'll often hear me saying that when you ask for help, you're far more aware of them helping you. Far more aware of it, because plain and simply, our lives are so busy. We're doing this and we're planning this and planning that. And when we stop and ask them for help, we're far more aware. Maybe it's the feather, maybe it's a thought, a piece of music coming in. All of these things are ways. Lovely. And he just has that. Now you say, and I generally don't want information coming in because I want him to tell. You would understand him. He's putting up 18 in front of me. Now, that I feel, and I didn't ask him, but he just put up 18 in front of me. I know that here, just don't feel it. Oh, what I'd say to you about, you're saying you just don't feel it. Sometimes their communication comes across in many different ways. Like you can open a book, and as you pay the page you open, there's a message in it. It just open your mind to receive information from them in many different ways. And for me, it took me a long time to acknowledge their help. I feel with it that his help is there, and there's also a lady in the background, a lady that comes in with a very strong accent, and I'm not getting any words from her, but I can hear her with a strong, deep accent, and that lady is with him. I feel that there's no, I feel that okay, Canadian. This just I wouldn't know the accents as such, but I know here in Ireland we're a very small country, but the accents between at the two different ends are totally unreal as to how different they are. So I assume that Canada will be the same, that you have that variance of accents, but it is it's a strong accent, and she's standing in the background, but she's there with them. There's a connection between them, and the connection I feel was about there was a similarity. There's a similarity in energy, and I feel with her she would have had that deep sense of love and vibration of music, because I just have that expression through music. Okay, there's yeah, I think it's every country has its own. Every area in every country has its own. I live more or less. I live the east coast of Ireland, but between that and the west coast, which is a fairly narrow part of Ireland, the accents are vastly different. Okay, you have from you've passed. You have a ring that's been passed down to you, and I feel the ring is for the small finger, for the little dinky finger. Okay. Lovely. But she's talking now. Your nan is talking about a ring for your little finger. I don't know if that makes sense or if I've moved on. Right. Yeah, because it's just, and it is a small finger. Would you understand him having long fingers, long, thin fingers? Because I have little stubs, tree stubs, I call them, of fingers. But would you understand him having long, slender fingers? Because as I'm doing it, I can just see my fingers stretching out in the distance. Don't know why he shows that to me, but it's part of his way of letting you know that he is here with you. There is, okay. I feel that you would understand someone passing to spirit in the last 3 months, because he's saying that he was there to meet them. So someone connected within the family. I also feel that he's talking about an Alice. He's mentioning the name Alice. That's fairly okay. Alice and John, both in spirit, not in the earth plane. He's saying that. Long fingers, hands, yeah. And doesn't surprise me because my fingers stretched out as I said that. I always maintain that I feel through my shoulders, so I'm clair-shoulderant. No such word, but it's my word because I grow tall or small. So my fingers, never seen my fingers grown long before. So it's always a first for everything. Okay. He just mentioned if that name may come up in conversation, but connections can be different to what we would see here as family connections. But he's just making me aware of meeting someone that passed in the last few months. I'll leave you with his love and thank you for working with me. It's a lovely energy coming in this evening. Thank you, and bless him. He's working from the spirit world. Okay, Tammy, I better go for the vodka again. Okay, what do you say? Sherry, I'll come to you, Sherry. Okay. I have a gentleman that wants to talk to you. I feel with this gentleman there was he was quite tall, and I'm looking at him. He wouldn't be carrying excess weight. He would be what I'd say as medium build. I feel with him, he's a dad or a granddad because the word dad is in his description. I feel too with him that he was a man you wouldn't mess with. He would be very much to the point. He didn't, we have a saying here, he wouldn't suffer fools gladly. And that would be this gentleman. You would get what he's saying. He just didn't like anyone messing. Okay, you would have to understand his personality, Sherry, because I have this very forthright gentleman. I feel too, as I'm with him, that he was a man that could turn his hands to anything, literally anything. If it was to do with a car, something happening in a car, if it was to do with the electrics in the house, he could do it all. He was very, very self-educated, very much wanted to be. He wanted to just help everyone and anyone. I have a quite quiet man now. He, as he came in with quite a high power, and now he's in, and his energy is just calming down. That's what you would know about this gentleman, that he could sit in the corner and let the world pass by, but just don't pass by doing anything that he wouldn't agree with. When you okay, this gentleman, you would understand him having a car accident at some point. Now, I'm not getting that he passed in the car accident. I'm not getting that, but I'm getting a car accident, and that seems to be significant. Okay, could be your uncle. Just let me work with him and see what comes up. Okay, you would understand, because the accent seemed to be, he came in with Dad at some level coming in. That's why I went for see, I said I shouldn't go with what my mind thinks. I should just go with what they're saying. Okay, I feel too that there was with this gentleman, there was a limp because he actually one leg was shorter than the other, and it was difficult at times. You would hear him complaining about pain, because I know where you would have people who would react to the weather. If there was damp weather, rain, they would know it in their bones. This man would be like that. He would actually know that there was going to be rain, because he would feel that it would be the low pressure that would actually affect him, and his limp would get worse when that was happening. There's the name of Anne with this around this gentleman. There's also the name of Tom. I'm getting. You would have to think broadly on Tom, because I feel Tom is the significance of that is quite remote, more distant. Okay. Cherie, there is a time at the moment. There is a situation where you've been questioning what path to take. Okay, you've been questioning if there's change has been happening. I'm sorry, I just want. Okay, I was just checking a message to get him up there, because the camera has been lost. You're listening to people saying to you that this is the path to go. What really you need to do is trust your spirit. Trust it that you're being guided indirectly. It's not as much as saying, like, getting on the phone with spirit. It's that they actually direct you in a very different way to what we would expect. It may seem that they take you a different turn to what you expect to do, or what your concept of your pathway. Sit down and put down the pros and cons. But at the end of the day, you make the decision, and don't allow others to influence your decision, because this is the rest of your life. This is a decision that you will make that takes you into the next stage. Remember, every day is a new beginning. There's no such thing as going along and thinking that, that's has to continue for 20, 30, 40 years, or it's coming to my age, a lot longer. But just be aware that you have that power within you to go with it. Feel you're highly sensitive, and within that sensitivity, you have that. Just trust it, and within that trust, it won't go wrong. Believe you me, I've been round many corners, and Spirit has always taken me on different pathways to what I expected, and it hasn't done. They've never done anything that hasn't turned out positive for me. Mightn't think it at the time, but that's the mind that I have coming in. It's spirit. When you're spirit led, So I would say to you to trust that, because I feel you've been going between different thoughts and different avenues, and go with what you thought first. It's more than likely the most significant approach that you will have. There's change in work, there is change happening around you. So just go, think of what it is you really want to do, because that's your spirit talking to you. Thank you for working with me, Sherry or Sherry. Forgive me if I pronounce it wrong. Thank you. Hi, Leanne and Tommy, Maxine. Hello, Del and Tracy. Okay. Tanita. Hi, Tanita. Okay. There's a lady here waiting for you. The lady is quite a strong personality. She has, as I say, she's a strong personality. You would understand, if I have this right, your mum in spirit. If not your mum, a significant mum figure in your life. I don't always say that it's go back to grandma, because there's different roles people play. And like I have what I would consider two mums. I had my birth mum, who I grew up with for some years, and then I have a second mum that came in, who was a great aunt. This lady would have a real strong interest in your well-being. She has that essence of love connection with you. I feel too, there was a time in your young life where she came in, that was she was doing quite a lot of, giving you quite a lot of support and quite a lot of guidance at that point. There's the name grandmother. Yeah, so your grandma would have been similar to, having a role similar to your mum, because this is important if I'm with you. That there had to be that significant input into your life, just like, I suppose supporting you, making, encouraging you like a mum would do. There's also, as I'm looking at this lady, there was a lot of history of illness with this lady. She would have been ill and she would have recovered. Okay, because I feel a strong bond of love with her. That's why I say it would be like a mum figure. I feel with her that she had illness from her early years, that she would have been in her 30s, early 40s. She was ill, and then she was in remission, and then she became ill again in her late 50s, early 60s. Yeah, she's given me the number 59 in front of me. I don't know if that's significant about the age of her illness returning. I feel too that, as I say, she's strong. She is a strong personality. Could say her piece at times. Wouldn't always be taken kindly. I feel it wasn't. We have a saying here. I don't know where you're from, but I can just share with you what we would say in Ireland. Her bark was worse than her bite. And with that, I feel that a lot of people didn't understand her fully, but when she was on your side, she was there fighting your corner. And okay. yeah, she just put up the 59, and I wasn't getting the full connection of what it was. Bless him, but she's looking after him and has met him, and that's the support that comes from spirit when we're in times of need. You would feel too. You have to be sensitive as well, because I'm feeling that you would feel their presence. You would feel their presence around you, and it's like the feather. When you come across the feather, that you would say of spirit. You would also feel, and what I'm getting here is like a brush across the face, a brush of air across your face, that those things happen, and you're aware of spirit being close to you. Also, also she's saying about you're considering your work, you're considering becoming more involved in exploring, and I feel you already do, to some extent. You already are exploring. I'd call it the third dimension of the self, the mind, body, and spirit. But you're already exploring that, and she's saying to continue that exploration. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid to find that depth of wisdom within, that it will guide you, and nothing is going to stop you when you get that into that mode. It'll happen in its own way, but it's to get your mind around it, because life is life. Sometimes we just push things to the side and forget that there are other journeys, spirit journeys, that we need to look at. Okay. She says, she's talking about a Jessie or Jessica. And she's also, she's also talking about Yasmin or Jasmine, whichever way you want to pronounce it. I feel too that she has a grandchild now, a granddaughter, that at the moment is going through changes in where she wants to live. It's like she needs to focus on where is the best place to go. She wants to talk about saying to this young lady that there's times she needs to look at the broader picture of the benefits of moving to these places. I feel there's university or college involved in this. You're not sure about the names, Tanita, but if you hold on to them, and they will there's a significance somewhere within this lady's communication about those names. I feel with her, she wants to also talk to you about a book that has been given to you. It has been given to you recently. And she says, open that book and start to read it. This is what she said, start to read it in the middle. I don't know what the significance of that is, but she says, open the book and start to read the middle of the book. So it may make sense to you. It definitely doesn't to me, but I'm not here to make sense of it. She's saying what you need to do is just go random, because sometimes I know from my own experience, books jump out at you. There's also Okay, that's good. Once it makes sense to you. I feel there's a pendant that is important to you. A pendant that comes from your grandma, I feel, because as I'm touching it, there's history to it. It's small. It's on a chain. It's quite a small pendant. But take that pendant with you anywhere you go where you have to make a decision. A decision that is about your future. Just hold it. You know, the power of jewelry is phenomenal. What it can do for us, because spirit can actually work through the power of love and something like that. She's just before I go. She's talking about hopscotch, the game, the ground game of hopscotch, and with that you have 8 squares with the numbers in your mind. Hop through those squares and those numbers, and there's a significance as to where you want to stop. Do you want to stop at 1 or 8, whichever? All right. I'll leave you with her love, and thank you for working with me. Back to the gin again. At least it's the power of dreaming. Hi, Georgette. Delhin. We're okay time-wise. Kayla. Lynn and Mary. Kelly. Alison. Okay. Hi, Alison. Okay, Alison, you would understand mum in spirit, a mum who had a cancerous condition. Now, I just need to get that established first before, because I'm not 100% sure. She had a cancerous condition that was difficult to diagnose first, and then as time went on, it was too late to actually treat. Can you understand that? There's also, I'm looking at the north of England into, okay, because, and you can understand the fact of it was complicated when she got to the point of her looking about it. I have her very much, she was a lady that sat back. You could talk to her, as could everyone. You could say to her the different things that sometimes mothers wouldn't always want to hear, because we are serious. Sometimes we prefer not to know. We don't worry. But she didn't take it on that way. She was very much about giving you space through your experiences to grow. And that's a great gift that she gave you, because she would worry in her own way, but she knew that you had the sense to find out. Right. Mm-hmm. That was hard. That was hard on you and the family. Okay. I feel I'm really very emotional, because my emotions are all around my heart area, and it's difficult to be aware of where that how deep that is, because I just feel I want to be here. I want to be very calm, and I want to also wrap my arms around you and I feel very much so at this minute in time. I feel with her that she's saying to you that trust that she's here with you at the moment. And I also want to feel that there's another member in the family that is in need of the same support at this present time. I just feel a lot of emotion coming up with this lady, and it is about passing on to you the support from spirit. I can't express it as in a way that says it all. There's 10. Okay, the number 10 is significant. That's either a date, a month, or the month. It's either the 10th or the month of October being significant. And there's a sense within that of October being, how would I put it, times of passing. Within that, I feel you would understand October being a month where you've found challenging, and that's maybe the wrong word to use, but in a way it was like you haven't found strength at that time. I hope that makes sense to you. I don't want to be misinterpreting what she's saying to me. Okay. You would understand someone to having great difficulty talking towards the end. It feels like it is another. Okay. And because it's a deep power here of. Okay. That would make sense, because it's say when she expressed that, I could just feel that emotion. I could just feel that deep emotion coming in with her energy, and it's nearly it changed me from that we'll say active, where I just had to go with it and had to calm down with it. If I could say to you to just be aware of at the moment there's something happening at the moment that you need this connection and message, that the love that's there from spirit, from her, is so profound, and so much history, so much history with it, there coming in with it. I want to give you from her beautiful daffodils, a beautiful bunch of daffodils. And with daffodils, it is about, they come at a time where they've beaten the harsh weather, they've beaten the hard ground. They have come through what we would say the dormant stage of life. And this is what she's given you to represent. It's new beginnings. Always anything but yellow. Solar plexus. It's about new beginnings that is coming in, and we open when we focus on the solar plexus. It's about opening up for new beginnings and accepting them, because that's their journey. So this is what you're born Good Friday. Lovely. She will be with you. She will be with you, because there's no doubt about that. She actually, her energy has lightened quite a lot, because that, as I said, going back that time, she just made me just become quite calm, and she had her work cut out on that one. Okay. There's a song she's singing. I haven't got a clue what the name of it is. But when she was singing it, she kept singing the same verse the whole time. It's like, it's okay, I'm not going to sing it, because we definitely closed down more than the camera. It's that whole thing. It was nearly like, what would you call it? The record player was stuck. And I feel with her that she enjoyed annoying people at times in her own way. Yeah. Okay. Just be aware of that love coming in and that guidance coming in with whatever's going on at the moment for you. She's going to be there to help you and to support you. I'll go back to be Claire's shoulders. Be aware of your shoulders. Be aware of that energy coming in around your shoulders, because that's what she's going to do for you, is to make you feel her presence. I'll leave you with her love, and thank you for working with me. Okay, right. I just didn't get that, but yeah, Patsy Klein. Hi, Denise. And you're Jess and Lynn. You're all very welcome. Lovely to see you. Okay, Sarah, can I come to you, please? I'm with a gentleman that had a stroke, because I just feel my whole body for a time wasn't able to move. I feel some of that was regained, but I feel just not to the extent that there was full movement. I feel I'm not too sure if I'm still on, because there's problems here. Right, okay, Sarah. Sorry about that, because I wasn't too sure. Everything kind of went. I feel with this gentleman, there was great difficulty accepting prior to having the stroke, he hadn't been well, and there was some form of disability happened as a result of a stroke. I feel there was a time period between the first stroke and the stroke that took him to the spirit world. Can you understand that? I want to be quite, the first stroke he had was quite debilitating, but he did recover to some extent. I feel too with him, there has to be a big number of family, that's a stupid way of putting it. There's a large family connection, lovely Sarah, because I just have to have it. I had to have that right. I feel there's a large family. I feel there's also a connection with Ireland and Scotland. I feel that's significant with them. And as I say that, it's 6 kids. Yeah. Don't take this the wrong way, but when I said about the Scots and Irish, he had the temperament of the Scots and the Irish in him. That would be more. Your mum lives in Scotland. There's something about his temper that he says, I had that in my blood. I feel the thing that he would laugh at it, even though he knew he was short fused. Okay. But it may be just because he put the two together. He put the Scotch and the Irish together. So it's like I'm having that type of personality. I feel with him, he was the guy that would, in his good days, he would have that vibrant energy. Get out of my way, I want to do this. and I'm going to do it, you're only wasting time. That would be the way he talked to everyone. And I feel that would be, he would have to be in the control seat. I also feel with yeah, okay. With him, there would be a sense of him that he would want to. I'm looking at him. Forgive me, because I'm just getting different images all at the same time. He would show me him sitting with books, with book work. That it's like him doing accounts or working with numbers. That's what I'm seeing, and I'm seeing like a ledger, and in front of me. I feel see, his mind was that active, and this is where he's coming in, and he's putting these images out in front of me so fast that would be his personality. That's how he would work. There would be no messing. So he had that short fuse as he connected it with the Irish and the Scots. I just have that. Now, he's saying there's someone else in the family just like him. And he laughs because he said he didn't think anyone could be like him. I also feel there's so many of his traits that you have, but you don't have a short fuse, if that makes sense to you. He's saying that the other side of him was, I mentioned earlier on, his bark was worse than his bite. The other side of him would have a very much a sensitive. He said, he's laughing at me here because he says, "You're messing it." He says, I'm not going to present myself as being sensitive. He would do anything for anyone if there was a way to help. I just feel that this is what he's talking about you, that you have that, right. But he's saying that you have that sensitive way of caring. And I feel that that's part of you, is looking after people. I feel that that's important in your life. And you have, this is part of what he says, he's very proud of you. He's talking about, they say that the 14th of the month, or 14 is significant in an address, or it's 14 is significant. He's putting it in front of me again. I also feel that I want to be in a situation where you have, at the moment, work-wise, to make a choice. And he said, you don't need to make a choice. You know what's right. You know what he's saying, you know who to work with. You know that your gut is telling you the right way. Okay, yeah, he just put up the 14th, and I knew it's significant because he doesn't do it. He doesn't do things in half. I want to say to you, from him, he's talking about the baby that he has met in spirit. And that's, he has that, it's a baby boy he has met in spirit. So I don't know the connection with the baby boy, but he's looking after this baby. And as I say, it's just, that's that lovely energy that's there in him. Okay. You say about June and March, but I also feel I can go into the later part of the year, and there's significant birthdays, anniversaries in September, October. September, October, December. So they're all significant, and it's really lovely. It's really lovely because we often say with the gentleman that they don't remember dates, but he was good. He was good at remembering the dates. Unfortunately, time has run against us, Sarah. But be aware of his love. Be aware to everyone. Just be aware that when you ask for help, that presence of spirit will come in and be with you. It was lovely working with you. We have Derek's ball at 9:00, and I would like to thank Veronica for inviting me here. And I'd love to thank you all, because it's your energies coming in that actually helps spirit to connect through me. So I'll leave you with the love of spirit, and until we meet again next week, hopefully, I will say good night, God bless, and lots of love to you all.